Been following closely the unfoldings of the last 48 hours going into 72. We're here in a compound and it's been a tense moment for us and everybody in our joining communities. I've been assiduously working since morning to prevent any escalations of tensions with the dispatch of several officers into the Quickstep community this morning. So it hasn't made it any easier to try and quell the temperature of the people when they see such an aggressive show of force in a Maroon community, particularly Quickstep. And I saw that there has been some challenge as to the ownership of Quickstep, and that Quickstep is a government-owned property. Right? I'm gonna beg every single one of you to go and look up in your history book about the land of look behind. Right? Go look and read up the land of look behind. And remember now, this is the heart of cockpit country. Tell me which part in cockpit country the government of Jamaica owns land. Explain that to me. So whoever has that claim should bring that claim forward.
Hey lavishers, just want to go ahead and finish up our unboxing with Amazon. You're watching Mona Indefatigable Heights, and it's Coffee Tea Art Lavish. I did send for this book, so let me go ahead and unbox for you what I got from Amazon. Give you a little bit of background information. I don't think I need to use the scissors. And we'll talk about what this is about for me. So year to year, 2021, 2020, wherever, 2022, I went on Instagram and I saw Chief Richard Curry. You can see him in the picture above, where it says, who are the Maroons, right? Chief Curry has been speaking out about what's going on in Jamaica and the situation with the Maroons ex the Jamaican government. So a little less than 2 weeks ago, Sunday would make 2 weeks, I went out and I didn't go out. I went on Instagram and the chief went live, and I saw that he went live and he was talking about something that was happening in Quickstep, St. Elizabeth, with the Maroons that are in that village of Quickstep. And Jamaica's Forestry Department went in and they had some issue with lumber, and it's mahogany lumber, and he was saying, I'm gonna post a clip also of the video that he was speaking of at the end of this video. So I did ask the chief for an interview. I think I'm too small for him to really do a video with an interview with, because you know he is a leader of a sovereign state in Jamaica as it stands, and he's already been viewed by many people. I'm using this Who Are the Maroons picture from YouTube, so you can also go onto YouTube and watch Who Are the Maroons. I think it's in their own words. I haven't seen it yet, but I will, because I'm currently doing like a little research on the Maroons and what's been going on with the Maroons in Jamaica, just to give some information, because every time I turn around, the Jamaican government and the Maroon them in some kind of land problem and, you know, dispute, if not over the minerals in a Jamaican cockpit country. Then it's the lumber, and it was the lumber before in 2021, and they were having this issue, and they're always going like let's talk about it. Okay, so this book is written by Aaron Blaylock, and it's just says a Jamaican treasure worth dying for. Oh, look, I opened the book and here we have Quickstep St. Elizabeth. This is where the problem is occurring. That's page 112. How about that? Minasend Unicom. Okay. So this is about, it says Jarvis tried to collect himself. He needed a plan of action. Captain Willard had given him strict orders, but what weight should he give to the orders of a dead man? 300 years ago, a soldier named Jarvis journeyed deep into Jamaica and discovered a land of myth, treasure, and danger. Now, Gideon, who served in Jamaica as a missionary, returns armed with Jarvis' journal to follow the enigmatic clues with his best friend, but they quickly discover there are forces who would kill to keep the treasure secret. Travel into Jamaica's treacherous cockpit country in this spine-tingling thriller. All right, the land of look behind. So I got this, and this book is dedicated to the people of Jamaica, and specifically to Jeremy and Bigger Robinson and all the adventures we had and to those we never got to. I miss you, son. All right, so just to give you a little quick information about what's going on, Jamaica Maroons. I'm going to go into this even more deeply because I am doing my research and this book is a part of it. So I'm currently founded on Amazon, hashtag Amazon.com. Hashtag founded on Amazon, hashtag Jamaican Maroons, all of these hashtags, hashtag Chief Richard Curry, you can see him in the photo here. So I'm watching the video, I post the video, I am like, you know, always like, what is happening? So apparently when the Spanish conquered the small island of Jamaica, they came there and they found some indigenous people living there, which were apparently Taino, Arawak, Carib, are some of the makeup of the indigenous that were on that island. So what happened is they were, the Spanish came. Apparently they said that the Spanish were able to make the indigenous go extinct, which is what we've learned basically through the Caribbean. That's what we learned in Jamaica, but this, as it stands, the Taino are still in Jamaica. They live there currently. A lot of the Taino ran away from the parts of the island that were inhabited and now being taken over by the Spanish, and they ran off into the mountains, into the forest, the hills, the woods, and they resided there. So then the Spanish, when they came, they brought Africans with them, African slaves. I don't know what generation of slavery this would be, but they brought slaves with them, and the British came, and when the British came, they had this war with the Spanish, and the Spanish ended up leaving the island. Before they left the island, they set some of their slaves free. Some of the slaves ran away because they decided they weren't going to be slaves under no other types of people, because we never born for be slave. Hello. Right, so when them set the slave them free and the one them a run where everybody run off in the hills and the mountains and stuff. So in the hills and the mountains, some go upon the east, some go upon the west. You have the leeward and the windward, right? My family come from Portland, which is leeward, I think. When I'm sitting down with everything, I'm gonna give you everything. The windward ones I think are to the west, and the leeward ones are to the east, if I'm not sure. So I want to make this quick because this is about the book and why I bought the book. So Portland next there to St. Thomas, where they have the so leeward Maroons are Trelawney Town, and windward Maroons. The windward Maroons are in the east, and the leeward Maroons are in the west. All right, so we fixed that. All right, so the British come. They fighting now. So they want to go ahead and capture these people, these African slaves that ran off into the hills and the mountains, and they could not. These are the Maroons, right? Apparently when the Maroons went into the hills and the mountains, they ran into some of the indigenous that were still there, like the Taino, for sure. They were Taino. I don't know if they did extinct the Arawaks and the I don't know. DNA tells people. I'm not giving them my DNA because me never plan for do that. So my only way me I gonna find out if me's a Maroon is me I forgot in the town where they have the Maroons. Like I've been to Moortown before. So when I was a young girl, about 14 years old. So apparently the British couldn't beat the Maroons, right? So 300, the movie 300 is about the Maroons. So the Maroon them all off the British and all on pan them land, and so them start beat them and beat them and beat them. Every time them try for come, the Maroon them beat them and beat them and beat them. So them decide, so when you can't beat them, join them. And I write this, so she and me know me is a Maroon because I saw my life go. When them can't beat me, them have to join me. Yeah. Anyway, so they gave them a treaty. They were like, okay, we can't beat you. This is like, let's not fight no more. We need your help versus like having to fight you every day because it's not going to work. So they gave them land and they gave them sovereignship and they gave them like 1,500 acres over here in the uh, those in the windward, I think, got 1,500 acres, and those in the leeward got 1,000 acres. Nanny section, which is where my section come from, that's we got the 1,000 acres, and then the other one, on the other side, them get 1,500 acres. Anyway, the government keep on going back and forth. Since slavery done a long time, and them get independence and everything. Now the government want to take the land. They want to infringe on the rights of the Maroons. They keep like going over the boundaries. The demarcation lines are not, they're like just overlooking them. They're saying they don't have sovereignty. They're saying like the British crown, like the words that they spoke do not exist. I can understand Jamaica being independent, but all the treaties that the British made with the Jamaican government outside of the Maroons, those don't stand either. Like, I'm kind of confused because I just really want to know. So we're gonna bring this story. I'm gonna read this book and we're gonna get to the bottom of it, okay? Together. Cafetiere Labrish. Yeah.